All right, Coach, starts out with an opening statement.
Yeah, tough night. Unfortunately, again, at home. These guys have been battling all year. We've been persevering through the many ups and downs of this season. And at a point, it just seems tonight, we kind of gave in a little bit. Now you say all that because that's how you feel, right? So then you try not to be emotional. So then you start looking at the statistics, and you start seeing how first half you're outscored by just a few points, a few buckets, 6, then the second half by 3, and you try to bring things back into perspective. But the reality of it is, we're hurting. We're hurting physically and we're hurting mentally. And now it's going to be more of a challenge of, do we give in? Do we have some pride to keep fighting? And that's all it is. Because we all know the things that we're not doing once we watch it on the film. We haven't really corrected when it's live, right? But they battle. It's just unfortunate the last few we've seen the kind of, you can see it's wearing on us. And to get to this point of the season, and it took the last 3 games, I do have a lot of, I guess, respect for the guys for battling that long, because it's been rough. It's been a long year. But we have to use that to continue to battle. We got to use that as fuel to continue to. We can't give in. Can't give in. I felt like we gave in tonight. We can't give in. Even I sat down. We can't give in. So that's. I think that sums up tonight.
Zion, you obviously had to go in there in the first half, and then 2 questions here. I couldn't really see what happened. It looked like you just got poked in the eye. But how does something like that happen, and how do you stay locked in the game and try and come back out and still affect the game positively?
Just pushing through. Just giving it all I got. Worrying about the injury or whatever happened later. Honestly, I'm just putting it behind me and just doing what I can to help the team, whatever I could do.
Braden, without Jamari, Sibley, and Chaz tonight, obviously size played a key factor. Heavily out rebounded tonight. What's it like going into a matchup knowing that that's going to be a point of emphasis for the other team? Is that we don't have a lot of size down low. How do you try and combat that as a team?
I think we just need to be more physical on the boards. On defense, I know we're losing some length with those guys, but we can make up for that when we're working harder than the other guys, pushing them out, boxing them out. And I just think we just need to come out with more fight, finishing the year.
And Coach, you talked about it. It is. I think anybody that knew what they were watching could see it out there on the floor. We are 4 or 5 possessions away from being right in the middle of this conference, and not having those breaks go your way. It is very emotionally draining.
Yeah.
What are you telling the guys in the locker room to try and keep them locked in? Because even as a fan, as somebody who is on the outside, it is just exhausting even just watching it. Again, it's 4 or 5 possessions, and we're right in the middle of this WAC tournament. But obviously things haven't gone our way. So what are you telling the guys in the locker room?
Well, there's a reason why they haven't gone. So as a coach, you don't bury your head in the sand. You just try to fix it. So our job is to try to fix those things, knowing that we're so close. As long as we continue to have that mindset, we will continue to get better. If we give in and we don't have that mindset, we don't get better. And obviously, the way we're performing isn't good enough. Okay, we have handy breaks, but it's not good enough. So you have to work smarter. And that's where we have a bunch of guys that they want to be committed to getting a little bit better, working a little smarter, and add a little harder to that. Then those breaks will happen. So tough lessons to learn, but we can't give in.
Thanks, guys.